G'day, Steve here, Woodworking Masterclass. And now, I'll show you how to get that bridge in there that will give you this wall here. As I said before, you can do this on the bandsaw, you can use a table saw, you can use a Japanese saw. Where's mine? And just a little bench hook. Oh! That was a whole haul that just hit the ground. And there we have it. Grab a piece of sandpaper and just rub it backwards and forwards like that. We'll work out how far from the front here you want from there to there. Get a bit of scrap underneath. Pop that on top. Measure down from the crown of the radius, 2 inches. And now we cut this piece of waste off. Grab some glue, a little bit on the edge, just slide it in. Double check your measurement, and that's it. You can put it in a vise. Went over to the router and then routed this into this. And this is one piece. It's not going to break, it's not going to move. So what I've got now is this one I've made and this one, which is what we started with before we made this. So you have a look, the holes on the inside are the same size. So now we've got these two cut out. The main thing is to get the body of the pencil case, which are these two bits, and these are 19mm thick or 3/4 inch. We can go a bit thinner, but I like 3/4 inch. And go over to the drill press using this or whatever it was you used on the other round pencil case, so we can get this shape here and this shape here happening. Now I've drilled the holes, what I've got to do is just remove this waste. And for that, just a jigsaw. Stay as close to this line as possible without touching the template. And on this corner here, we've got to cut out a triangle and the same one on this side. Just be careful when you're doing this because you don't want to go that far in, you're going to touch the template. Turn it around if it's easier to do the other side. So you just cut it a V out or a triangle out like that. There you have it. Same for this one. Take that waste out in the middle. Now you've got both of those shapes cleaned out. Take a profile cutter like this and go over to the router. As I've stressed before, if you're not comfortable using a router, this part you might like to get someone else who is competent to do this part for you, because routers are extremely dangerous if you don't know what you're doing And you've got to take care and not rush it. And there you have it. Now what I didn't do before I started routing, which I should have, was dock the ends off of these bits so they're not hanging out. And I also routed the outside shapes to the thickness of the template. So when I take these templates off, we now have two pieces which are at exactly the same width. So providing the widths are the same, it doesn't matter about the length, but most importantly, these radiuses have to line up. So the next thing we've got to do is line the inside with veneer. Now veneer by itself doesn't like curving very well, and that's not too bad a curve. But when you start looking at these very small radiuses here and here, then we've got a problem. But first of all, we have to work out how much veneer you need to do this. And the way to do that, or the way I do it, grab some masking tape, just the length of it, and then start anywhere on the inside and just run the masking tape all the way around it. And then actually let it overhang where you started. And just rip that off. And that is going to be the length of the piece of veneer you need to go inside here. So we do the same to this. That's 29 inches or 750 mil. And the other one's just a bit under that. So if we stick to 29 inches, grab some veneer. And with veneer, again, I've mentioned this several times before, there's a right side and a wrong side. And the way to tell is you bend the veneer. You can see how far that'll bend without splitting. You know, if I bend it this way, it cracks. So the side that bends easily is the side that the glue goes on. And the other side is the upside. How I remember that is the glue side that's going down, I just get a pencil and scribble on it like that. That way, whenever I pick up a piece of veneer that I've used before, I can say, oh, that's the downside. And it's really handy if you get into marquetry or very fine inlay work and you're using with really, really small bits of veneer. You pick it up, you can see a pencil mark, boom, you know that's the side that goes down. All right, so we measure off 29 inches. Now when it comes to actually slicing the veneer, what I do is put a little bit of 240 wet and dry sandpaper on the back side of the ruler. That way it won't slip on the veneer, whereas if you've just got metal on there, this happens and you can get an inaccurate cut. Whereas with that little bit of wet and dry, it just holds it firm. The other thing to take into consideration is this is 3/4 of an inch or 19 mil. So we want it a lot fatter than that. And the reason will become apparent a little bit later on. So I'm going to cut this at about just over an inch or 25, 26 mil. If you're going to err one way, err on the oversize. So go for a bit fatter than rather a bit thinner. And as we did before, you just stroke it. You can see how easily that's coming apart. And there you have it, 2 pieces of veneer to go inside the 2 pieces of the body of the pencil case that we just carved out. And next episode I'll be showing you how to shape the veneer, how to glue it in, how to put the veneer on top, and how to veneer the other parts so we can move ahead with the construction. So in the meantime, this is Steve pulling the shed door down and saying remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe and enjoy your woodwork, and I look forward to having your company at the bench very, very soon. Bye for now.